Grace faded space, into your face, to the chaser of millennium, into the continuum. I am the equilibrium of dimming suns, landing puns into whistle a gist, the Quincy eerie fairy running through box trucks into the box, the muscle of trust to wisp of a zillion fussled up mist, of change through us, the fuss of Mackle's tackle upon the box I wish the most. Well, for a toast, that was dropping triple high C's all over this melodic piano symphonic boss beat. Demonic opposition can eat this composition, erasion, I call it, I reel at you. The T itself bends into the lending of the lot into something that is well taught, and sought out to be the oppositions which go into these flaming verbs. Staining tables out of pace and chasing the heroes of the wicked fabler, the gables flying, floating, chillin', willing the drillin' to be stealing of the peeling of the rain, splitting MCs fatter, faster, single sew, Pringles, shingles, and the stings of the goals, the vows of the towels, making the drowse go dragging stations of the spacious, fitting the gracious. Risen to speak clover, 3 to the foe, the clock counts numericals just like a juster and fluster and mustering the gust from a mill, tucked over the bus making the crust rust, grizzling the bears, which reminds you the tears on the stock shares can feel this vibe, profitable. Stability with green width, like yo, I had to eat my own eclipse with a raspberry, a well done pie. I do all seize movements with grace, I stand it without a pace. I face my grandest of fears, with or without any reasoning. I take theirs and blare the teak over the seats to make them stand nice and neat. For their feet were uncovered, but today I shall give them something much like a revolting reason for them to live and be. Seas under yet above the sun, bubbling and reflecting, which detecting the inner shadows would be neat. And for those whom take the action before consulting, all resulting in their failure in which the consensus leads, blame. That flame in my eye comes from the opposition of this composition to explain the exposition. My tempo has risen, yet slowed. I can blow under the noses for anything that exposes its thread like roses. Do you see these time parables? Hitting the tainted glass without any reaction, they change the hue, for it ain't a specular. Few know that tension from within which holds me with one. It is much like a Rubik's being thrown at a wall. For someone who doesn't get it, I'd say hardly any of you would, or could, even if you gave it 100%. Why? Because these demandments from these commandments say to do, not to try, without any lent feels. I shall share that vibe throughout myself. To know or not to know from a standardized feel is just the same opposite. Yet to know me, you'd have to show a part of yourself, for I've already shared the gist of the bliss from that thristle. The fizzle from within me sizzles the wires, the fires that expand that never turn narrow. The nair is just like a warning of tranquility to stop the servitude of evil, gravitated elevated notes from the contorting. I say to the sorting, I see what is forming. The warming of these notes keeps the rejoicing of my throat. The boat in which I ride is always on my side. I mean, I always come prepared for any except my flared up motions of the commotion to halt the explosion from my inside explosions. My inner devotion to halt the fault and blame, all the while I eat flame in my own shame. I've seen worlds fall before my eyes, all because people take these metaphorical stones and break them so. Share them and let them crackles from within flow. For me to know that you should only take what is right, for so much is wrong once the tackle box is finding you is harder than catching the great white in the sea with only a floater on my boater with no weight. I fell and shaped in the above, killed myself too, only all the while I was the debate. I love you all too much to let something so stupid from happening, shaping and relating my stones to give you the best.